Hi guys, we're just going to talk about MJK really quickly. Now I want to apologize for my camcorder. It's going to be zooming in and out during this video. The only reason why is unfortunately the camcorder that's left behind is not great quality. So as you can see, it's already zooming in and out. Just please bear with me through the video. The video is around 15 minutes long. So yeah, just please bear with me. So first of all, let's break down the information. First of all, there's 22 of us. There's 22 members on committee. There's a total of 16 members that are broken up into 8 groups. So there'll be 8 groups, 2 pairs in each group. There will also be 6 members that will be doing other stuff. So now, we won't be talking about those 6 members for now. We'll be talking about the 8 groups for now. Now, you 8 groups are in charge of a total of 2 acts. So you'll be in charge of like 1 or 8, 2 or 9, 3 or 10, 4 or 11, so on and so forth. And that information, it has been sent to you by email. Your MC list, all that information has been sent to you guys. So please look over the MC list. Remember to call Shivani or I to talk about, to tell us the names so we just can make sure that you got the names down, okay? Let's just erase this. So like, we agreed, there's a total of 16 members broken up into 8 groups, and there's another 6 of us. Those 6 people comprise of the 2 Prez, Shiggy, and his partner, and then Shaylee and Kinjal. Now, I'll go over what each person's going to be doing during MJK right now. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's take this away. Awesome. So let me give you a little heads up. Brown means stage. This right here is audience. This right here is backstage. Here's the waiting room. Here's the kitchen area. Okay. Right here is door 1, door 2, and door 3. So let's mark it. So door 3, door 2, door 1. What's going to happen is on the day of MJK or on the 17th, the acts will be lined up accordingly from lowest to highest. What I mean by that, it'll be act 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be right there. Now, who will be organizing that? Well, committee, those 16 members broken up into 8 groups, you guys will be making sure that everything is organized here. What I mean by that is that, let's say, Group 1, you're in charge of Act 1, and you're in charge of Act 8. So you're going to make sure that Act 1 is here, and Act 8 is in its respective area on the side. Yeah, and that's before MJK starts. Now, when MJK does start, what's going to happen is Act 1 will be starting off on stage, Act 2 will be backstage, Act 3 will be in the waiting room. Okay? Now, if you're asking, what's the waiting room? That's a little open area. There's usually stairs right here, like 3 little stairs. Here's another stairs that lead to the garage. Here's stairs that lead to upstairs. And then there's a little door that accesses from the kitchen all the way to that little waiting room, which connects to the backstage area. Okay? So that's the waiting room over there. Okay? So the way that's going to work is when Act 1 gets onto stage, right? So when Act 1 gets onto stage, Shiggy and its partner will be helping Act 1 put on props and getting props ready on stage. Maybe comforting kids if they're a little scared, okay? Also, the MC members, for around 20 to 30 seconds, you'll also be helping out Shiggy and whatever act is on stage, getting their props on, helping the team leads. After that, after those 30 seconds, MCs, let's say if it's Act 1, then we'll be in Group 1. Group 1, you'll be heading straight to the podium, okay? So for now, I'm going to assign Group 1 to Agam and Nile, just so it'll make sense a little. It'll make a little bit more sense. So after you help out 20 seconds backstage with Shiggy, you're gonna hit to the podium. Now in the back, in the stage area right now, they'll be setting up still, but you're still gonna be in the podium area, and that's where you're gonna use your 1 minute of jokes or your 1 minute of stories in case the stage is not ready. So you'll be talking and you'll be talking for a while until in the AV area in the back, you'll see this big green light. That green light is pretty much your cue to go on straight to describe the act and also to say the names. after Agam and Nile or Group 1, after you're done saying the names, you'll be heading right back to the stage area, waiting on the side while Act 1 performs. Just make sure no audience can see you, okay? Now, this is the tricky part, guys. When Act 1 is done, this is the system of getting on and off stage, okay? Now, for Act 1 to get off stage, MCs, you're going to come up, or the people pretty much in charge of Act 1, you're going to take Act 1 off this side of the stage. Now, you're asking, what is this side? Well, this side refers to the side where here's a little door, right? Here's that little door. That little door pretty much acts as like an elevator area, in an area where people usually change. That door, nobody's supposed to open. So you're going to be you're going to be exiting through that area. Okay? Act 1 will pretty much take up 1/5 of the backstage. They'll stop and only take up 1/5 of the backstage. The reason why is because Act 1 has completely exited the stage. When Act 1 completely exits the stage, Act 2 will enter the opposite side and get onto stage. Now that side is located closest to the backstage door, which connects to the waiting room and the backstage. When Act 2 comes onto stage, Group 2, whoever's in charge of Act 2, will come and help Chiggy take on and off props, wait there around 30 seconds, and then hit the podium where they're going to talk about their 1-minute jokes or go over a story until they see that green light and they get the cue on. Awesome. So when Act 2 gets onto stage, Act 1 then will come and exit this door, door 3. When they exit door 3, they will walk down the waiting room area and exit door 2. Remember, door 2 is next to the boys' bathroom and the kitchen area. When they exit door 2, remember, Group 1, you still need to be with Act 1 when you're exiting them, right? You're going to take them out here to the back area where they can enter the doors from the back to get into the audience. Now, I don't really know if they're going to get into the audience right there, right then. But the main thing, guys, is just take them off stage, out of backstage, out of the waiting room area, and also not to crowd up in the kitchen. So, because if they crowd up in the kitchen, it just will become a disaster. So please take them out of this area to the back so they can enter the side doors, so they can enter the audience. Okay? Yeah, so they can enter the audience. So, when Act 1 exits, Act 2, like I said, when Act 1 comes here, Act 2 is going to enter onto stage. Act 1 will leave. When Act 1 leaves, this gives an opportunity for the MCs of Act 3 and the person in charge of Act 3 to bring them backstage and to chill just right into backstage. So, you're going to bring Act 3 into the backstage and just chill right here, while Act 2 gets prepared and is starting to perform. So, when Act 3 enters, that's when Group 4 will be lined up right here at the time. Group 4 will be here, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Group 4 will enter and wait in the waiting area. Okay? Now, this seems like a bit of a mess, so I'll go over it one more time. Group 4 will be right here. When Group 4 enters and reaches right there, I'm just going to redraw this real quickly. The new setup will look like this. So here's the stage. Here's the backstage. Here's the waiting room area. Here's the big kitchen area. Okay, and we'll call this kitchen. Alrighty. After that whole transition, Act 4 will be here. Act 3 will be there. Act 2 will be there. When Act 2 ends, remember they're going to exit to that side, fill up 1/5 of the area. Act 3 is going to enter here. Act 2 is going to leave, and so on and so forth. That's the basic transition of everything. Yeah, that's what you guys need to know about. So whatever group you are and whatever group you're whatever act you're in charge of, remember group, you're going to be sticking with that group. Now, before we move on, I just want to say we took Act 1 back here and we brought them back to the stage, or we just took them out of the out of the stage, out of the backstage, out of the waiting room area towards the kitchen, right? After you settle Act 1, Group 1, you're going to come back to the kitchen area, and you're going to come back with your other group. So with your other act. So for instance, group 1, you were in charge of act 1 and act 8. After act 1 is situated in the crowd or off of at least this backstage and this area right here, you're going to come to act 8 and you're going to make sure everything is fine with act 8 and you're going to do the whole process again. Okay? Now, we already know what Chigi and his partner is doing. Now, for the 2 presidents and Shaylee and Kinjal. Shaylee and Kinjal, you guys will be we're going to help monitor you're going to help monitor all the groups with the presidents. So what the presidents are going to do, the presidents are going to be presidents are going to be in charge of this door right here, this door right here, and this door right here. If you're asking what this door is, it's usually the door on the side. If you've ever been in the audience during MJK, when that door opens, a lot of light comes out. So we're going to be in charge of those doors, okay? We're just going to make sure that everything enters and exits smoothly. Kinjal and Shaylee, what you're going to be in charge of is you're going to be in charge of this huge kitchen area. What I mean by that is while the groups are taking care of their acts, you two will also be walking around just making sure everything is running smoothly, everything is organized, okay? So Shaylee and Kinjal, you're going to be in charge of the kitchen area, and also if there's any issue, you can always come to this back area where Shivani and I will be if you need help. Okay, so that's the basic setup for MJK, and that's the basic system of how things are entering and exiting. So remember, after Act 2 is done, they're going to hit backstage. They're going to fill up. Act 3 is going to enter. Act 2 is going to exit through backstage to the waiting room area, and then exit from this door to the kitchen area, and then go to the back until they can actually get into the audience. After that happens, Act 4 will enter here. Act 5 will enter the waiting area, and then whoever was in charge of Act 2, you're going to, after they're situated, you're going to come back and you're going to go to your other act, which will be Act 9, and you'll be in charge of that. So that's the basic system. That's the basic breakdown. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped you. I'm sorry about the wavering camera. It's a little messed up. Once again, I had a bad quality camera, but I hope everything is good. Please watch this after you're done. Comment, after you're done, just comment on the Facebook area that you got the information. Okay, thank you. See you. Bye. I should probably press